What's up, fam? It's your boy, Heaven Hollywood, back on the IE network. And I just wanted to drop this reaction video. A lot of people sent this to me. They wanted to get my reaction on it. It's DJAkademiks um, responded to Nicki Minaj latest song and her activity on Twitter. So we don't get into it. A lot of people want me to commentate on this. So the best thing for me to do is react to the actual video. So we're gonna do that. Let's go. See what academics talking about.
Y'all hear my dog, he's making a little bit of noise. He horny as fuck, but it's all good. Let's go. Anyway, Nicki Minaj sent out a couple tweets recently. It looked like she's back on social media, back active. She dropped a song recently called Red Ruby Sleaze or something like that. She's definitely trying to let us know she's big blooded up, okay? Anyway,
I'm already gonna stop because she's letting us know that she's big blooded up. So I guess right there he's saying, "Oh, she's trying to let us know that she's a blood." That's not what I got from that, but let's go.
she started out this whole thing by saying, just Photoshop them sales. Nicki's always been proud of her accomplishments, and people said despite being a compilation album, Nicki Minaj Queen Radio Volume 1 has now spent 25 weeks on the Billboard's 200, extends the record as the longest running female rap project released in 2022. I guess it means to be on the charts. She says Photoshop them sales, and she says Photoshop them bars. Then she continues when somebody says Photoshop the legacy, and then she says will never fucking happen. That's why they really mad. Then she continues by saying this. Time that tea. Then she says, anytime the queen pop out, oh look, obsession, Getty. The queen can leave for months soon as she pop back out. Oh look, 2023 is not her year to play with. Onika, Tanya, Mirage, Petty, Red Ruby, the motherfucking sleeves, Chun-Li, Nicki Minaj, Nicki the Ninja, Nicki the Harajuku bar.
Nicki with her aliases. It always kills me. Reminds me of Apollo Creed when he's getting announced. Nicki gonna make sure you know all her aliases.
RB 40, 40s with 30 clips. FN with the switch. Then she says, leave us alone, you filthy cocksuckers. Barb's come in the house. Love you. What the fuck do the group chat be about when I'm on hiatus? Shit is spooky. Now, this is just normally Nicki either beefing one or two women back into a beef with her. She's clearly talking about Cardi B, or she's clearly talking about Meg Thee Stallion. Some people say it's Cardi B because there was a...
Which one is it? Act said she's clearly talking about Cardi B, or she's clearly talking about Meg Thee Stallion. So which one is it, sir?
A picture that was a Getty image of Nicki, none of Cardi that was going viral. Some people that believe that this was a response to Meg Thee Stallion kind of popping back out, kind of ironically at the same time.
Actually, she was responding to people talking about her photoshopping her picture. That's the reason why she was responding back. Now, of course, her fan base makes it three times worse, because a lot of times her fan base is the one that brings Nicki these topics and these things are going on. Most of the time, Nicki don't know what the hell's going on because she's not on social media like that. So usually her fan base is the number one culprit for getting Nicki going on these rants most of the time, because they're bringing us stuff like, oh, they're making fun of you this, they're making fun of you that, they're talking about this, they're talking about that. They don't come back and report the things that they're doing, but they report to her what's going on. And a lot of times Nicki's responding because of that. So she's responding to them saying, oh, she's photoshopping pictures.
Yeah. Also, supposedly there's a diss song being worked on by Meg Thee Stallion. We're not too sure, but
there's not supposedly a diss record. No one ever said anything about a diss record. I think it was some producer or something that may have liked a tweet or said, or made some sort of insinuation There is no one else that said that. That's not true.
Supposedly, that is a thing. Now, let's just be very clear. All right. Nicki Minaj definitely got the whole rap game shook. The ladies are scared to diss her, but also I think that they're probably thinking like this. Nicki strives as being the underdog and needs to feel like she's being hated on.
I mean, she don't got Remy Ma shook. I mean, so it's these narratives that people create. Like they create narratives one way or the other. You're saying that they're scared to diss her, but you have to remember why certain girls are scared to diss her. Like a lot of girls aren't scared of Nicki's bars. They're not. They're scared of they're scared of dissing Nicki because of what comes with dissing Nicki. Right? When you diss Nicki and then she comes back and fires bars because she has a bigger fan base, because she's got more notoriety. Those bars, even if they're not as strong as the bars you kicked, are gonna come back, with double the power because her fan base is gonna amp it up and it's gonna get it trending. Like Drop a Tear was not that serious. It trended for 2 days. You know what I mean? So the power of her fan base makes bars hit harder than what they really are because that Drop a Tear was not hard. But because of the fan base she has, it gets it trending and people's like, "Oh, Drop a Tear." I mean, but stop it. They did the same thing with No Frauds. They tried to make it seem like No Fraud song was better than Sheeta because No Frauds was trending. Well, Sheeta trended too, but No Frauds did better on the charts. But like I said, that's just a narrative that they create. So I don't think that they're scared to diss her. I think they're scared of what comes with dissing her. But they're just not scared. Oh, Nicki Minaj is just going to crush us with bars. Nicki has bars. Don't get me wrong. But Remy definitely wasn't scared to diss her. And Remy, when it comes to bars, Remy's right there with her neck and neck. But far as Cardi B, whatever, Cardi B's not a barrer. You know what I mean? So Cardi B probably wouldn't diss her anyway. Cardi B's not a diss record type of girl or type of rapper. Megan's a little different. When me personally, I would have, if I was Megan, I would have been gonna drop my freestyle. That's just me personally. But for some reason she hasn't. Maybe she's a little intimidated by Nicki or the result of what comes with this and Nicki. But let's go.
But Nicki really disguises herself as just really a bully. Like she bullies people and she disguises herself as victim. And I think people are used to her normal tricks. Nobody's responding. Nobody's even sending shots. They're all ignoring her. And I want to see what her next move is. Maybe it's just anticipating what she believes is coming from Meg Thee Stallion and she thinks that this song, or this is Nicki trying to, engage in what she does all the time, and not that she needs it for any type of, traction, but it feels like she has that need to be seen as, someone doing her wrong, someone hating on her. There's a hate train. And unfortunately, that's just not the case. You've been the queen for over 10 years in rap. People feel like you should be gracefully trying to pass on the throne or at least embracing some of the new girls. Most of the girls feel like you were either jealous, and not of their skill because you're more talented, but maybe just jealous of their youthful acceptance.
I don't think the girls think that she's jealous. I don't think none of them think that she's jealous. They may consider her bitter, but I've never heard any of the rap girls or from any of their camps. I've never heard the word jealous out of any of their mouths. Nicki Minaj has no reason to be jealous of anybody. All right. She might be a little bitter that she's seeing girls come up that she feels as though is not as talented as her, or girls that are coming up in a generation where you don't really have to be all that talented, like when Nicki got put on. So she might be a little bit of bitter of that or envious of that, but envious and jealousy are two different things. So I don't think Nicki Minaj is jealous of anybody.
Nicki's 40. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, it's usually out with the old, in with the
Age
new.
shaming
People
again.
like the new women, some of the camaraderie they have, and Nicki just seems kind of disgruntled about it for whatever reason. Now, do I believe that Meg should pick up a stick? Yeah. Do I think Cardi could pick up a stick? No. And in the sense that I don't think Cardi could diss Nicki. I think Cardi is just a very liked.
And when he says pick up a stick, what he's trying to say is Nicki is constantly throwing shots at Megan, and it's like, Megan, you're not doing anything. So that's what I mean by pick up a stick, like do something. you know, it's like you're getting destroyed, and somebody keeps body slamming you, and you're just letting them body slam you. Pick up a stick, do something. That's what he means. I agree with him about Cardi. Cardi should just do nothing. Cardi has to respond back to Nicki with success, right? She's not going to be able to bar with Nicki, so she has to respond back to Nicki with success. Megan, like I said, she is playing a certain position. I'm sorry, I would have been had that freestyle out.
Person, while Nicki seems to be on the opposite side of that, right? Um, this might be also a tactic to kind of wile up the Barbs, that the Barbs could kind of feel like, oh, we're fighting for Nicki again, because I do believe things are going to look different when Nicki drops this album. Okay, again, Nicki is in a different part of her career where people are looking at her different.
When he said he thinks things are going to look different, I wonder what he means there. Does he mean things aren't going to look the same for in a negative way or a positive way? It sounds like he means it in a negative way. It sounds like he means when Nicki drops this album, it's not going to be as successful as people may think or as she may think. I don't really know what he meant by that. He could have meant things are going to look different, meaning, on a positive light. Who knows?
Differently, and other women differently, very talented, but she seems like she's missing something, or she's yearning something from the other women, or what she feel is acceptance. I want to see how it's going to happen with Ice Spice. It feels like Ice Spice probably has to either, bow down, kiss the ring, because now she's anointed as a princess and not work with anyone else, or Ice Spice will be kicked out of the queendom shortly by the Barbs as well.
Well, Nicki didn't anoint her as the princess. She did call her princess in the first one. She said, "Let's go, princess," and then she kind of just reposted what was that, Paper Magazine, or whatever the magazine that was that Ice Spice was on, and they said, "Oh, the People's Princess."
So we'll see how all this shit kind of unravels. But Nicki's kind of doing what she always does. You know what I mean? Talking shit, not really adding a name. And if somebody says anything, she starts playing victim. You get what I mean? So who knows? I hope she just kind of gets used to the fact that, the fans love what they love. They love Glorilla. They love.
But if the fans love what they love, why aren't these girls selling records? See, the whole thing is, I believe um the whole selling records thing. I believe that if Nicki's fan base wasn't so large, all of the girls would be selling roughly around the same. I'm saying, I believe if her fan base wasn't so big, if you take Nicki out of the mix, right, and then just go to the other girls, maybe not Cardi, because Cardi's fan base is a mixture of Cardi fans, Nicki haters, and Nicki fans. Let's just be honest. Some Nicki fans who hate Cardi stream her records just so they can criticize her. So I believe Nicki Minaj fans are a small portion of Cardi B's success, right? And there was a lot of Cardi B fans the first time around, that were no longer that switched on Nicki Minaj. Right. So that's the reason why I said I believe her fan base has taken a hit because some of those people that ran the Cardi B, they're now either off Cardi B because it's been too long, or they ran back to Nicki Minaj.
Lotto, they love Ice Spice. They love Coil Ray. And I'm talking about their personality. You're more talented than all of them, but it doesn't matter because
I agree.
people are liking the fact that there isn't only one it girl. And unfortunately, Nicki
And Nikki comes with this stipulation, and she does. I've been around the industry a long time. I speak to a lot of people. Nikki does come with this stipulation, and probably ever since the Mariah Carey situation, she's come with this situation, the stipulation of being a mean girl. And when these things take place online, a lot of people are just gonna say, "Oh, there's Nikki," because of her reputation. Oh, there's Nikki again, going off on these younger girls. They don't really look into the other girls, what they're doing and what they're saying, because they like, listen, Nikki's the one with the track record, so we're just gonna blame her. You know, sometimes Nikki starts it, sometimes she doesn't. But you know, Nikki starts stuff online, and sometimes she's reacting, and her fan base starts it. But that's going to fall off on Nicki because you're not going to blame the fan base. They're going to blame Nicki Minaj. When most of the times when Nicki starts ranting, it's something that her fans sent to her.
comes across as the mean it girl that wants to be the only girl, and we'll see how that turns out. All right. So Nicki, I can't even get mad at you kind of checking these chicks because they can't respond back with bars. But I am being honest with you. Like it looks like it looks a little pathetic a little bit just because
Wow.
you keep coming off like a bully. You know what I mean? Like I believe Meg should pick up a stick, but she literally just got a verdict in her favor against Tory. People feel bad for her. People feel like
That verdict was not in Megan's favor. Megan didn't win. It was the DA's favor. If Tory would have been found not guilty, it wouldn't have done nothing for Megan Thee Stallion. To me, I mean, as far as her guilty, no, yeah, yeah, she may have been looked at in a different way, but people that believe Tory was guilty is still going to believe Tory's guilty even after the verdict. If you believe Tory was innocent before the verdict, you probably still think he's innocent.
yo, she needs to heal. Bad timing if you're getting at another woman. Like most of these girls, they can't rap with you. They've given it up. You can't keep bullying somebody who tells you they don't want smoke. They've all kind of let you know we don't want smoke with lyrics, blah blah. Also, some of the shit you keep saying just doesn't make sense no more. Like you know what I mean? I don't even think people give a fuck about these things anymore. We heard about the Glorilla, Coil Ray.
That I agree with. As far as the bars, oh, I write my own bars, or this or that. People are caring about that less and less because you're looking in people. You're starting to now where we weren't doing that before. Now, because everyone's always emphasizing, I write my own bars, I write my own blah blah blah. Now, everyone, the first thing they do when a song comes out, they go to credits. Oh, look at all these songwriters. They weren't doing that before. Those credits have been on songs since the beginning of time. But now everybody's talking about, oh, look at this songwriter, look at that songwriter. So nobody really cares anymore because Nicki, your last couple of records, your big records, um, what's Super Freak, whatever it's called, and then Red Ruby, the Sleaze, it has multiple songwriters, under lyricists, it has multiple people. So unless you're coming to explain what every single person put onto that record, nobody cares anymore, right? And I think that's one of the things that bothers Nicki because she's such a lyricist, and she came up in a time where you got put on because of your bars. But now in this generation, nobody gives a damn who wrote it. It's who's coming, whose mouth is coming out of.
Songs getting passed around, they got writers, whatever the case is. I don't even care what it is. These Photoshop them bars, Photoshop them sales. Nicki, start reading the comments, okay? Look how they talk about you. What is she talking about? What the fuck do she be talking about? Nicki, please, you're a mom. I really like you. She's so immature. Like that's a status I would put in high school. Nicki need to chill. She be doing too much. Like these are people who could be your kids, Nicki, talking to you. I'm 38 and I'm not age shaming, but honey, she's way too old to be acting like this. Yo, Nicki, you gotta read the room. She's 40. Like Nicki, everybody's begging you to have a graceful it doesn't have to be an exit, but a graceful growth process, right? Leave the ass shaking, the twerking, the ghetto shit, the young girl, oh shit, I just got the BBL done shit. Leave it to the new girls. You should be the queen. When I think of queen, I don't think of queen just rolling around like looking.
Now, that is something I agree with. I don't go into depth and start talking about her age or looks. And I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, as far as her queen status, and I've always said this. I said this when Cardi first dropped. I was like, Nicki Minaj should have never even responded to Cardi B. And the moment that Cardi B said, change your verse, if I was Nicki, I'd say, fuck you. I'm not changing anything. I'm the queen. You change your verse. I mean, but Nicki didn't do that. So to me, I've always said, I just think Nicki's too, this ain't back in the day. This ain't 2014, 2015. She should have nothing else to prove. So I always said that queen status, you don't see Beyonce responding to, shots that, remember Keisha Cole was taking shots at Beyonce, and you don't see Beyonce responding to those people. No, she's on a throne. You don't see Beyonce responding to nobody. And Nicki is like the Beyonce status as far as women rap go, but she doesn't act like it.
Sloppy and just not it. Like,
I don't know
yo,
about
you're the
all that.
queen. You should, you know what I mean, be above some of this shit. But people are just looking at you like, yo, it's just not graceful. You know what I mean? Look, bro, I've never seen comments like this about Nicki. Do she be arguing with herself? Like, finally, you get a Barb. You know, he probably gay. People love bringing up her age,
Oh, man.
like they don't have to still get there. There's no age limit on respect. What other female rapper was in demand? I was, oh, come on, man. There's nobody even questioning her. Beyonce would never. Meg posting a picture sent Nicki into a mental breakdown. I'm crying. I love Nicki, but if this is your energy, make a diss track. I agree with that too. Before y'all start, these people been talking shit about Nicki all day. Who? She's too old for this. Bro, read the room. You know what I mean? Read the room. Read the room. She's too old for this. Somebody says she's responding to people editing her videos and pictures. Now move along. Somebody says go be like Black China and outgrow this behavior. It's time for you to act like your real name. 40 with the 30 clip was crazy. Let's go, Queen. All right, this thing is just gonna say whatever. What do she be so angry about? Beyond
Acad- Academics also like you can't be going by, you can't read all the hate comments and then when a positive comment come, oh, this dude don't know what he's talking about. Just read the positive comments. Like they're not all negative. They're not all negative. And you're gonna get this on a general public's page. Yes, I agree. But of course, on the Bob's page, there's not mostly nothing but positive comments. But again, it's hard to judge. You can't judge Nicki Minaj on underneath her page or because it's never going to be objective. It's never going to be objective. So yes, I agree. I'm kind of surprised that I see this many hate comments on Nicki. Me, I was just like, listen, I don't like the song, and I kept it pushing. You know, I'm never going to criticize Nicki Minaj's looks. I'm never going to criticize Nicki Minaj's age. I'm not going to do that because Nicki Minaj, she's 40, yeah, but you going to tell me that you wouldn't put that 40-year-old woman on your arm, no matter what age you are?
Beyonce would never. Anyway, man, come on, Nicki. Like, nobody even gotta flame you. Nicki. Like, there was an age. Like, look at Nicki Minaj, 2000 and what age was it? Maybe it was like 2000, like 2016. Nicki Minaj was like so great.
Mm. Let me fall fast in. He's just looking through pictures
And then look at some of these joints. You know what I mean? It's just kind of like, you know what I mean? She looked like, bruh. She look out of it sometimes, man. She look out of it, man. I don't know what it is. You get what I mean? It's like Nicki, like with all due respect, man. Like, come on, man. Like, come on, bro. Like, come on, dog. Like, come on. Like,
everybody doing Ice Spice.
Nicki got to read the room. You sexy for your age, and when people start saying that, you can't do what Ice Spice do, baby girl. It's all good.
Ooh.
You more talented than Ice Spice. You don't got to do that no more. You could age gracefully like a queen, but shit, at the end of the day, Nicki's a ratchet. She always been a ratchet. You know what I mean? Like, you can't take the ratchet out of Nicki Minaj. You feel me? It is what it is, man. Auntie vibes, like
auntie vibes.
Like, we're not trying to push her out the game. We just want her to look like the queen she's been talking about, because this queen vibe only come across when she's trying to shit on people. It don't come across in image no more. It don't come across in demeanor. Like I've always said that, yo, Nicki, you really inspired an entire generation of women. I'm glad you finally got your label, but you could have, like, what Playboy Cardi did was so dope. You saw them copycats of his, bro. He just embraced them, signed them all, and like worked with them. Like, he just kind of like, yo, come in, just get in the studio with Daddy. Daddy gonna teach you a few tips and tricks. You're gonna be fine. That's just what it is. That's why Cardi's the fucking King Vamp. You get what I mean? Like, he looks graceful for that. Like, yo, damn, yo, he's really that guy. Nicki's still beefing with, like, yo, it's like me beefing with Flacco, like, bruh, you know what I mean? Like, bruh, this no beef. You can't beef like that, bro. Like, shit can't happen like that, man. You gotta have some grace, some decorum about yourself. You get what I mean? Like, shit, you beefing with people who was waiting in line for your CD. You beefing with people who, like they would listen to your music before they got their first period. Like, you gotta have some, like, come on, Nicki, you gotta do a little bit better, yo. You just gotta do a little bit better. Like I get it, but like, come on now, like this just ain't it. You know what I mean? Like you're rolling around on the Thanksgiving table. You know what I mean? Yo, come on, man. Like, yo, auntie, like, get off the table for a second, man. Like, listen,
wow.
look how Nicki look in here, and then just look at how. Let me go back to this thing.
Wow.
Let's see. Nicki Minaj, 25th.
All right, I pretty much get the point of what people were talking about. The aunt. I can deal without the auntie and you're rolling around on the Thanksgiving table. I mean, I could deal without that. Like I said, man, when it comes to looks, I am never going to knock Nicki Minaj. That body, that face, nah, you're not gonna get that out of me. The whole 40 thing, to me, because of what she do, it's kind of like LeBron. Like, to me, instead of people saying, "Oh yeah, LeBron, he's too old," like you're getting hurt because you're so, like, you're too old, bro. You can't do it like you used to. I look at that 29 points a game, be like, "Oh man, 29 points a game. He's 38 years old. He's still doing that." That's why I look at Nicki. Like, there's never been a female rapper at her age that was still out there competing with the other girls. And I think Nicki should take that as, a compliment and say, "Man, I've been around for so long, and I'm still out there, and people still care about what I have to say." You know what I mean? So, as far as academic goes, man, he has his way of saying things. I could have dealt without a few of the things he said, but he had a couple of valid points in certain spots, and he has some invalid points. But that's usually academics. Academics usually comes with a couple of valid points, but then he'll come with about 3 or 4 invalid points. You know what I mean? But as far as the age shame and all that other stuff, I don't really go for that, especially with black women. I don't really like the age. I don't like playing the age shaming game. And she still looks great, thick, not thick. I mean, not never. Nikki's never not thick, but thick, um, a little bigger than before. Like she's getting older. That's what happens with your metabolism. So Nicki Minaj, what I do agree with, she is the queen of rap, and I think you should be on a certain standard. You shouldn't be on like when people say, "Oh, well, Cardi does it," but Nicki Minaj is supposed to be up here. I thought, right? She's supposed to be up here. Cardi B has only been in the game 5 years, so it shouldn't really be. Oh, she can respond because Cardi does it. No, Nicki Minaj is supposed to be the top tier of female rap. That being said, I do think Nicki, could do a better job in embracing girls that come under her and stop letting her fan base turn everything into disrespect. The Lotto thing was unnecessary. There was no disrespect with what Lotto said, right? All the other things, Megan Thee Stallion working with Cardi B. I don't give a damn what happened before that. I don't give a damn if Megan sound like she was talking about Cardi B, even though she never mentioned her name. It doesn't matter. This is a business. You should be able allowed to work with who you want. And you embracing somebody should not put pressure on them to walk on eggshells like it did Coi Leray, like it did Bia, like it's doing like it's gonna be doing Doja Cat and Ice Spice. You shouldn't have to be like, oh man, is it okay if I work with this person? Is it okay if I friend this person? Shouldn't have to do that. This is a business. You should want those girls to work with as many people as possible and get money. You can say, I birthed her and now she's getting money. You know what I mean? You should never want to be now at this point the only one popping. And everyone under you is that you're only giving them embrace because they're worshiping you and you know that they're betas and they're never going to try to take your spot. Nikki shouldn't even respect that because she came at Lil Kim and said, yeah, you're the queen, but I'm here to take your spot. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. And if you think something's wrong with that now, then you had to think it was something wrong with it when you did it. So that's my reaction on that. You know what I mean? Nicki Minaj is the queen of rap, in my opinion. But some of the things Academics said was true. But as far as the name calling, insulting, and stuff like that, nah, I'm not with that. That ain't it. But hope you enjoyed this reaction video. It's your boy Heaven Hollywood. Peace.